this is it. The target is a jump command and control node. It's a high-value target. We got eyes on. The enemy does not know squat. We go in, we neutralize enemy present, collect any usable C4I, and we blow the rest. We egress Utah to Torch.
Black X-ray diverting and route Bastogne.
Sniper team set.
Black 4-0 deployed and inbound to target.
Launching UAV.
Confirm objective Normandy. Take the shot. Victor 1, red side, building 2.
Acknowledged. It's on the way.
Okay, let's go. Left side.
Got it!
Williamson, take lead. Roger, stick on me.
Execute Cobra. Bad guy moving south stairwell. No!
Stairwell clear.
Sensors up.
UGV going up. I got 2 bogeys, top left room. I got civilians in the end room, second story hallway. Go!
I'm fine, Sergeant. We're gonna need medevac for these civilians, though.
Link to remote triage, do what you can.
I'm already on it, Sergeant.
Stabilize with 2 cc's of diazepam.
Normandy secure. Normandy is secure.
Rick, check your red picture. 3 columns, 150 plus. They want that command node back.
Enemy dismount, 200 meters. APS up.
Displace the Overlord. Time now.
Outside right. Damn it. Negative. I got injured civilians on the objective. Need priority effects at our current position.
Sergeant, don't you think? I mean, we're gonna need more guys.
No, Garrett. Not today.
FCS One Team partners are working now to develop the technologies to help soldiers today. Air and ground robotics, recon and surveillance, survivability, communications, all made possible with an unprecedented network. FCS is an investment in the future that will pay dividends to our soldiers today.
That is the commitment of FCS, to secure the present and ensure the future.
Lindo.
Right 1 meter. You're covering 12 to 4.
Keep your TRPs tight.
They're gonna try to get in close. It's our only chance. We're gonna need everything we got.
4-0 suggests you check your 6.
I got the mule on station.
I see it! Resupply is here.
Black 4-0, medevac is inbound.
Enemy is falling back. Good job. Okay, guys, ready for another one?
The US Army has been plagued with costly acquisition failures in recent decades, chief amongst them the Future Combat System/FCS program. This $200 billion program, initiated in 2000, the largest US military acquisition program ever attempted, failed to produce results on a multitude of levels and was abandoned by 2009. The Armored Ground Vehicle (AGV) and Armored Gun System (AGS) programs also wasted tens of billions of dollars before being cancelled without achieving their intended goals. These programs were chiefly defeated by an overly bureaucratic Army acquisition system and the fact that the Army had asked for far too much from the defence industry, demanding many new and unproven technological advancements. The FCS was the most expensive, most ambitious and most transformative modernisation program ever undertaken by the US Army. It is often hypothesized that the US experience in the First Gulf War of 1991 and in the NATO-Kosovo intervention of 1999 led to the desire for a more rapidly deployable US Army Expeditionary Force. FCS envisioned a highly mobile new army, light enough to be air deployable, yet lethal enough to survive on the modern battlefield. This survivability would be provided through the leveraging of new technologies, as well as superior command and control capabilities that would tie together all the various armed forces in a seamless information sharing and communications network. The Army set very high deployment goals as part of FCS, which would prove to be unattainable. The US Army would strive to attain the ability to deploy a combat brigade anywhere in the world within 96 hours, a full division within 120 hours, and no less than 5 divisions in 30 days. FCS envisioned 20 different components integrated together to form the new warfighting system. 18 new manned and unmanned vehicles were planned, 1 computer network integrating all components, communications, information and services, and most importantly, the fighting soldier.
According to FBI data, American police shoot and kill far more people than their peers in other countries. Therefore, I have invented a non-lethal, 100% incapacitating police firearm. At the same time, I have also modernized our police force firearm to both see and attack a target without having to expose him or herself to return fire or hostile counterattacks.
This is what a normal pistol fight looks like.
Police! Freeze!
infrared since there's no light, and I'm gonna head in using cover shot and using infrared. Even though there's no light, I can see perfectly well what is going on. Going in using infrared, and I see there's a target. I'm gonna aim for it. Side the one. Shots. I'm going. Check on the target. Let's see. Where's the target? It's over there, and I'm looking at the calculations. I should, because it's so close, I'm gonna aim.
Urban warfare is the most vicious form of fighting. In an era dominated by technology, it takes a soldier back to the most primitive type of warfare. Hand to hand, knife against knife, street by street, house by house, even down to room by room. It gives and expects no quarter. The battle plan is urban warfare. Urban warfare is still the most vicious form of warfare. It still demands great tenacity, great precision, great courage. And it still demands that the individual soldier do the most dangerous of jobs in the most dangerous of situations.
In the age of bloody civil war, 2,500 years ago, a Chinese military commander, strategist and philosopher emerged. His name, Sun Tzu. After successfully defending the state of Wu against its neighbour Chu to the west, a book formerly known as Master Sun's Military Methods was born, which has later become known as The Art of War. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It's a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence it's a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. Sun Tzu has a holistic philosophy that if you follow correctly and study thoroughly, you will be victorious. Sun Tzu says, "Avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak." Sun Tzu is a strong believer that winning the war with as little unnecessary combat as possible is the key to true victory. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting, and the key to doing so is to know your enemy well. If your opponent is arrogant, pretend to be weak, so he will underestimate you. If he was relaxing, attack and give him no rest. If his forces are united, separate them. Sun Tzu is essentially saying that if you know your opponent's weaknesses and how to exploit them, you will never lose. Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. During the mid-1960s, a war took place between the North Vietnamese Communists and the United States of America. Instead of confronting the Americans head-on, the Viet Cong had a different idea in mind. They used unconventional guerrilla warfare tactics, which included hit-and-run strategies. This proved very effective against the much larger military of the Americans. It's more important to outthink your enemy than to outfight him.